Okay, right. So good morning, everyone. Gonna move back a little bit. Right, so come to a comfortable seat. So today, this week, I'm thinking about the effects of having a positive attitude on people who have negative attitudes all the time. We all know someone who always looks at the glass half empty, who, you know, everything is going to go bad, that everything they see, no matter what you say, they can't. And I learned long ago that sometimes the best thing to do is just listen and smile and be positive. It's hard to do sometimes, especially when it's someone you're connected with. And I have a little brief story. My father was he's no longer with us, but he was just the epitome of nothing is right, everything is wrong. And so, and it always, and because, you know, it's my father, it would get to me, right? And I'd always, you know, my responses weren't exactly positive. And so I just decided one day, I had learned to meditate. It was long ago. I just had learned to meditate and I said, you know, let me try this positive stuff. And the next time I went to see him and he was complaining and so on, I just said, oh, gee, Dad, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do? Do you want me to talk to management? And he was first in shock. And secondly, he just said, no, it's okay, it's all right. And he stopped. And after doing that a few times, he just stopped. So it works. You can spread your positive energy. I know it's difficult when you're confronted with someone who is like that, but we can make that attempt to, you know, allow our positive energy to help others. So that said, let's come inside, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Take a deep, deep breath and a slow, long inhale. Next time you fill your lungs all the way up, hold that breath for a count of 2. And then slowly exhale, very slowly, until you're completely empty, until you're so empty. And hold that emptiness, hold it for a count of 2. And then begin the cycle all over again. Kumbhaka is the term, the Sanskrit word for that retention of your breath. It allows you to focus, allows you to be in control and to focus. So continue with your deep breaths and your slow exhales and holding at the top and the bottom of your breath. Return to your natural rhythm of breathing. And slowly open your eyes to take in the light. Okay. So let's begin by loosening up our neck. Send your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel the stretch, the resistance on the left side of your neck, and breathe into it. 3 breaths, breathing into that spot and releasing. And bring your head to neutral and over to the other side. And feel the resistance on the other side of your neck. Breathe into it and release it. Inhaling and exhaling slowly to release it. And bring your head back to neutral. Send your nose to the sky. Send your chin to your chest. And now make big circles all the way around with your head. Big, big circles. Use your nose maybe to draw the circles. And the next time your chin is to your chest, pause and go the other way. And the next time your chin is to your chest, pause. And then very slowly lift your head so you don't get dizzy from all that circling. And look forward. Come a little bit away from the back of your chair, and we do this every class, but the purpose is to keep your spine in a mountain spine, along a straight spine from the crown of your head to your sits bones, rather than slouching in your chair or leaning on your chair. We want to use our network of muscles and joints to help us here. So send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down, and then go reverse way. Bring your arms straight out in front of you, your palms facing each other. And you're going to cross your right arm over your left and bend your elbows. So you're making a V from your elbows. Right. And bring the backs of your hands together. So this is a variation of eagle arms, right? So some of you may be able to cross your elbow a little bit more deeply and wrap your hands so that the palms are together. But that's not necessary. You can do it this way just as well. Some of you may prefer just having your forearms together, your elbows, and your palms together for your eagle arms. In your eagle arms, your elbows should be as high as your shoulders. So whatever your eagle arms look like, let's come into them right now with the right arm over the left and bring your elbows up. On an inhale, send your forearms up to the sky, any amount. Inhale, and then exhale, send your elbows toward the floor, towards your waist. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Release your arms. Send your wings out to the side. Rotate your arms. Rotate them so that your whole arm, but let's use our palm and our hands as a benchmark. So we're going to send everything rolling to the front and then everything rolling to the back so that your palms are up, maybe even facing behind you. And when you roll the other way, your palms are up again, but your shoulders are forward. So yeah, to rotate those shoulder joints, to loosen them up. Loosen them up a little bit more. And release, and bring your hands to your thighs. So you can just come a little bit more forward on your chair or swing around to the side the way I just did. And for us to do some cats and dogs. So have your hands on your thighs. You're going to inhale, send your elbows back, your heart forward. You're looking forward. You're opening up your heart and your dog spine. Exhale, slide your arms forward onto your knees. Hold on to your knees and curl your spine back behind you, like you're making the shape of the letter C with your spine. Inhale, slide your hands back, your elbows back, like you were folding your wings by your side. Your heart is forward. And keep this going at your own pace. The slower, the better. And feel every part of your spine as it curls. It goes in one direction and the other, as curve as your shoulder blades spread in your cat back and come together in your dog spine. Then after your next cat spine, bring yourself back up to a neutral spine. And if your legs were on the side of your chair, come back to center. Right. Bring your hands, interlace them underneath your left leg. And use your hands to help you lift your leg. So use your leg, lift your leg on its own. Your hands are here to help you maybe get them a little bit higher. So we're going up and down with our leg. And do this with breath. Inhale, exhale as your leg comes up. Inhale as it goes down. Or you can do it the opposite way. Inhale and exhale, but make it with breath. Because this particular movement does not have a strict flow of breath attached to it. And then bring it down. So what we're doing was loosening up our hip joint and our psoas, our hip flexors. So bring your hands now underneath your your right thigh. And we'll do the same thing here. Lift your leg up and bring it down. Lift it up and bring it down. Now, this is any amount. You may only be bringing it up a little bit. Some of you might be bringing it all the way up. Any amount is fine. We're still loosening and juicing up that hip joint and stretching our psoas muscle. And release it. Okay. So we're going to do a twist to the left. So bring your right hand on the outside of your left knee. Swing your left hand all the way back behind your chair, or you can just let it hang by the side. If you wrap it around, if you can do that, you'll get a little bit more of a twist, but you can still have a nice twist from here. Look over your shoulder. Inhale and feel the crown of your head moving upward towards the sky. Exhale, empty of breath. And maybe you can even pull your arm on the chair and twist a little bit longer while you're empty of breath because you have more space to move. The twisting helps to build core muscles. It also helps your internal organs, your digestive system in particular. Inhale and then exhale, come back to center and pause for just a moment and get that sweet spot of your seat. And let's do that then on the other side. So left hand outside right knee. Swing your arm around or alongside your chair and look over your right shoulder. Inhale, get taller. Empty of breath and twist just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Inhale and then exhale, come back to center. All right. So come on the ball of your right foot and bring it down, and then your left and bring it down. And you go back and forth so that we work our ankles, our calf here too, our toe joints. What is that, the metatarsal? Yeah. And then come back down. So now we're going to take all that work and march. And let that leg come up as high as it did when you were helping it with your hands. And bring it down, take a breath. All right. So separate your legs so that one leg is at one corner of the front of your seat and the other is at the other corner. So they're not so wide, just as wide as your chair. We're going to do a sun salutation. So you'll do that by taking inhale and gathering all of the energy down, up. And then send your arms away from you, your wings, and come forward. And begin to fold down. Fold as far down, any amount is good as you can. Bring your right hand inside, or the tips of your fingers inside your legs, in the middle, underneath your nose. Or if you can't reach that, then put your hand on the chair, somewhere on the chair, maybe even up here, or maybe just let it float. That's quite all right. You can also keep it, no, you need to bring this down, okay. Yeah, you can keep your forearm on your thigh too. And you'll open up your arm, your opposite arm, and look up at your hand. And then you're going to bring that down. You're going to switch. If your hand is inside your legs on the chair or your forearm on your thigh, you'll open the other side. You're going to bring both arms inside this time, wherever they are, and then spread your wings, open up, and bring your hands to your heart. Right. Good. So this time we're going to just stay in a forward fold. So keep your legs where they are. Lift your arms all the way up. And this is really, your arms up is not absolutely necessary for a forward fold, but it will help you with your energy stream. So engage your abdominal muscles. Inhale and come forward any amount over your legs, and then just let your arms drop, let your head drop, and fold forward in between your legs. And breathe. And on an inhale, you'll begin to lift your torso, send your arms out to the side, and bring them back up where they were. Bring your feet together again, and bring your hands to your heart. Okay. So we want to work on getting up and down from our chairs, right? So come forward all the way on your chair. And what we're going to do is bring our hands in front of us, palms facing each other, right? And get grounded on your feet, and you're gonna come up and sit back down, and come up and sit back down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and pause. Right. And just breathe. So we're going to take, again, a lot of the things we've done before to come to our seated eagle, right? So we're going to do a full eagle now. In order to do that, you're going to have to cross one leg over the other. Some of you, maybe now, if you cross your leg really, really high, you can possibly wrap your foot around your calf. If not, then just let it hang like you would cross your leg. If that doesn't work, you can place your shin on your thigh. But if you can cross it, whatever leg is on top, whether it's crossed or in whichever way it's crossed, however, you're wrapping your legs perhaps. You're going to send your arms straight out in front of you, palms facing each other, and we did these eagle arms. Now, the rule in eagle standing is that whatever leg is on top, the opposite arm is on top. So it's I have my right leg on top, so my left leg is going on top for me to come into my eagle arms. And remember, let's go through that again. Eagle arms, you cross at the elbow and bring hands back to back. If even crossing at the elbow is a problem, you can have forearm to forearm. If you're a good crosser at the elbows, and this requires, all this really is, it's about flexibility in your shoulders. Now, we were working our shoulders for that very reason before. So but you still may not be able to do that, and that's perfectly fine. So some of us has quirky shoulders. So then you go here. So whichever way works for you, cross your elbows. On an inhale, you're going to send your forearms up to the sky, any amount. Inhale, and on an exhale, bring your elbows toward your waist, pointing perhaps to the seat of the chair. Come to a neutral arms. And you're going to try to get your elbows the same height as your shoulders, but if you can't, you can't. If you don't want to, that's okay too. Inhale and exhale, turn to the right or left, any side, because we're just going to go over to the other one. Inhale, exhale through center, pause at center. Inhale and exhale, twist the opposite way. Come back to center and open those wings. Uncross your legs. All right. Okay, so we have to do the other side. So once again, it could be a simple, crossing of your legs. You can do that. You can wrap, which I don't do so well on this side, so I'm just going to let my leg hang. All right. Send your arms straight out. So now, I have my left leg on top, so it's right now over left, and come into whichever eagle arms you like. I'm going to do the simple version on this side. Elbows shoulder height if possible. Inhale up to the sky, your forearms or your hands. Inhale, and then on an exhale, bring your elbows towards your waist, hang over. Inhale back up. And spread your wings, uncross your legs. Okay, good. So we're going to come up to stand. I'm going to stand now. All right, so come to the back of your chair. And bring your hands onto the back of your chair. And walk your feet a little bit away, bend your knees, and roll your hips. Roll them. Any amount. Again, your circles can be very small or they can be very big. There's no rule here. It's what you like. And then come back to center and go the other way. And then come back up to stand, come to your mountain. And in your mountain, now your ankles are over your hips, shoulders over your hips. So I'll face you so that you could see it better, but you can be facing your chair, or if you're on the side of your chair, you have it here to hold on to if you need to. But you're just standing nice and straight and tall with your shoulders over your ankles, hips over ankles. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down to come to your Tadasana, your mountain pose. And when you do that, let's do that again. Make it nice and big. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down, and just let your arms fall naturally by your side. And you'll notice that when you do that, they automatically rotate outward, your palms facing away, pointing, your fingers pointing down, your feet are rooted into the earth, crown of your head reaching for the heavens. Beautiful, glorious mountain. So face your chair again and come back to that mountain. And we're going to do some of the things we did seated, and one of them is marching. And then come to stand. And then we're going to do, my favorite, my all-time favorite, which is the Elvis rock. So your left foot stays where it is, your right foot goes to 2 o'clock, You bend your knees and you do your thing here. So imagine you're playing your guitar and you're rocking and rolling. So get your arms into this. Your chair is always here for you. That's why we use our chair. It's an extra prop. You can use one arm on the chair, the other, and then bring your right leg in, and we'll do that on the other side. So left leg goes to 2 o'clock, bend your knees, and rock. So we did it from the middle, and now we're doing this from the side. So once again, we're using, you know, our hip joints, our leg joints, we're working our knees, our ankles here. And we did our arms with our eagles, so we've got everything involved. And then come back to center. So I thought what we would do is try the eagle pose standing, all right? So your chair is here for you if you need it. But we also, when we were seated, we did some exercises getting up and down. So let's do that first to help us to get to our eagle. Right? You have one hand on the chair, bend your knees, and this time, imagine sitting down. Of course, there's no chair behind you, so don't go too far, and stand up. Sit in your chair and stand up. Sit in your chair. Utkatasana is the name of this pose, chair pose is what it's called, and stand up. Now come down, sit in your chair, send your free arm straight out in front of you. And you're going to cross your right leg over your left and bring the toes, your feet are, your knees are bent deeply so that you can put the ball of your right foot on the mat, the top leg, right? And then come up to stand and uncross. Let's do the other side. Come to your chair. Cross left over right. Yeah. So again, come down far enough so that your feet, and bend your knees enough so that your feet are over there. Hold on to this chair. And stand up. And release it. All right. All right, so we're going to do this again. Come sit in your chair. All right. Cross right over left. Bring your toes to your ball of your foot to the mat. And how do we do our eagle arms? Well, we're going to have to do our eagle arms with our left hand on our right shoulder in this case. All right, so squat down, squat down, squat down. All right, so this eagle has one wing wrapped and the other is ready for action. And then come up, fly away. Excellent. So I'm not going to turn around so that you see my back, but you can do that so that you can have your outside, have the right arm out. So usually, as I said, it's whatever leg is on top, that's the arm, you're using the opposite arm. So I'm going to cheat here and use the same arm, but you can walk around or turn your chair around. So sit in your chair, send the inside would be the opposite arm out, cross left over right. Bring your toes down and squat. Squat all the way down. Squat. And come up. Oh, wait, what? We forgot our arms. Okay. And come all the way up. Excellent. Good. Right. All right, so all eagles, like they build nests typically in trees. Yeah. So why don't we grow a little tree for our eagle? So we're going to do something very similar. You're going to come on the ball of your right foot. It's my right foot. Turn it out. Now you can keep your foot exactly where it is with the ball of your foot on the mat and your heel against your left ankle. Right? You can do that. Or since you're holding on, maybe you'll lift your foot to your calf and then grow your branches. Grow them up. Grow your branch. And if you slide your foot back down to the mat, maybe you can use both arms. Maybe. Oh, some of you will probably be able to bring your foot up, and then bring it down. Let's do the other side. All right, come on the ball of your left foot. Open it out to the side. Bring your heel against your ankle. The ball of your foot is on the mat. And use whichever arm is free to grow your branches. And you know, trees do grow in different directions, right? Depending on the sun or the variety of tree. So you don't have to, you can just play here a little bit. Let your arms go wherever they will. And then while you're holding on to the chair, slide your foot up your leg. You can even use the back of your chair to rest your supporting leg against, and that might allow you to lift both your arms. Right? And then bring it down. Okay. So we're going to come back to sit. And once again, come a little bit away from the back of the chair. And bring your arms alongside your hips, fingers pointing to the mat. Send your left arm, no, that's your right, my left, forward. Fingers pointing away. And then up to the sky. And your opposite fingers are pointing to the mat. Look up at your fingers that are pointing to the sky. Look down at the ones that are reaching for the mat. So both arms are energetically are reaching. And then come back up to a neutral spine, head, and release your arm. And let's do that on the other side. Fingers pointing towards the ceiling. Your other arm is reaching, your fingers as if they wanted to touch the ground. Look up at your floating hand. Look down at the one that's reaching for the earth. So the significance here is the connection of the spiritual to the earthbound. Bring both arms down. Allow both arms, both fingers to reach for the earth. Swing them forward. Let them hover in front of you. And then reach them all the way up to the sky. Once again, making a circle of connection. And then swing them back down again. And let your arms hang by your side. And this will bring us into our Shavasana. So come to just relax. And this is the time where you can lean up against the back of your chair to make yourself nice and comfortable. And feel that your back is letting go, that your whole body is letting go, giving in to gravity, letting go, letting everything fall downwardly, letting everything go. Close your eyes, come back inside. And focus on your breath as you relax here in this final resting pose, Shavasana. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the changes that will lead me to who I am. And allow total relaxation here. Whatever that means to you, just let go. Take a deep breath, allowing you to come back into your body. Wiggle your toes, your feet, your fingers, shake your hands. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And come back to your easy seat, Sukhasana. And bring your hands to your heart. And let's take all the positive energy we have generated, because whenever you take time for yourself to do a yoga class or anything like it, that is generating a lot of positivity. So send it out into the world to those you know who need it. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may we in some way contribute to that happiness and freedom. Namaste.